There's one issue where they will have to come up with a firm policy that is on the level of support for the car industry. Now, the government has given $250 million, or will, to Holden. They announced that during the week, but Joe Hockey, a shadow treasurer, is far from convinced. Here he is.
I have deep reservations about handing to one company nearly or over $250 million of taxpayers' money. And that company is nearly 50% owned by foreign governments. So it's not as if they haven't got the pockets to invest. The question is it a good use of more than $250 million of hard-working taxpayers' money?
Having said that and made the political point, they'll probably support it.
Well, they may support it, but if they don't, I think they'll do it at their peril. We're going to watch a real-time example of how this plays out in the United States, where Barack Obama kept General Motors alive. Mitt Romney, who is almost certain to be the Republican candidate, he opposed the bailout of Detroit. And it'll be interesting to see how that plays out going up to November.
Yes, and the way they got very animated about the Clint Eastwood Halftime in America ad during the Super Bowl, which talked about how Detroit had been saved. And we've seen General Motors in the United States actually announce record profits. So it is quite a success story there. I mean, Joe Hockey might be right, but I think it'd be unlikely they'll come out and say they're opposed to this.
What do you think you'll do, Laura?
Well, I think once again, the Productivity Commission is one area, Barry, where one area of the public service that the coalition won't be cutting, because they're going to be looking into the cars, and they're going to be looking into nannies and about 14 other things that I can't think of it off the top of my head. So I think the politics of it are mainly dangerous for the coalition because there is a clear split about this, because it runs counter to the argument they're trying to put about being very conservative, but the politics of it just doesn't work for them.
There are 50,000 people employed, or 60,000, depending on some estimates, employed directly in the automotive sector, and another couple of 100,000 connected to it. So, it's a pretty brave political party, I would have thought, that is prepared to just sort of kiss them off on the basis of some purist principle.
All right, we'll have more with our panel shortly. Mark Kenny, Laura Tingle and Dennis Atkins. But now, here's Mike Bowers and Talking Pictures.